Hi everybody, this is Megan with Women of Faith, and here is my husband with me, David. And today we're going to start the second video, and it is from Before You Say I Do, and it's H. Norman Wright and Russ Roberts. And today we are doing the family history and interview questions. So I'm going to learn some things about David, and he's going to learn things about me, and y'all can learn a little bit about us too. So the first question is, what special memories do you have about childhood?
I guess one big special memory would be camping.
Anything about camping?
We've gone camping all my life. We always go to the same place. I guess that's a very special memory for childhood. I was going there every summer, multiple times a summer. We'd go on the weekends and get the camper and get all the stuff and
At the lake.
and
Go swimming.
go swimming and fishing and walking and hiking, bring our dog. It was always fun as a child to do that.
You get ticks. I got ticks.
Well, I've never really got ticks.
The first time, well, I guess the second time I went camping with you, I got a tick. Thanks.
Well,
but I can honestly say I'm 100% tick free,
okay,
and the dog too. My special memory, it would be Red River, New Mexico. My family went there. Well, they went to the beach at first, and then we started going to Red River when I was about 5, and then I absolutely fell in love with it because I love the mountains. I feel like I'm close to the God there. And they have great food. We go fishing, even though I'm not a big fisher. I'd rather go shopping. And you can go like up the ski lift, you can go four-wheeling, go on Jeep rides, you can go
fun stuff.
horseback riding, all kinds of stuff, and that's where my most memories are. The next one is, how do you get along with each of your parents? What were they like? What did you like and dislike about parents? Well, they're still alive, but
yeah.
How do you get along with each of your parents?
I mean, I think I got along pretty well. I don't think I had any issues with them. I think, as every kid growing up, sometimes you cut off and get in trouble. I think maybe it was a little easier to be closer with my mom, maybe just because mother, son.
I like your dad too.
I'm
just kidding. I know what you mean.
But I think it might have been a little easier just because you felt like your mom kind of looked after you maybe a little bit more than, not that she didn't want to punish you. She might like, rip your head off, be mad at you and yell at you, but she may be more of that parent figure to be like, oh, it's okay, and then, the kid wants to run over there, then their dad's mad at him for something.
But then
Not
you
that
learned
it
a
was
lot
bad,
of
but I learned a lot from my
values
dad.
and from your dad.
Oh, I learned a lot. I was just saying, getting in trouble wise, but but no, I think I got along with each of them fine. I learned different things from each of my parents. They each taught me different things. Learned a lot of valuable stuff.
And you say, what were they like?
My mom always had a lot of energy. She always wanted to do stuff. Always went around.
She still does.
With her. My dad. Sometimes he was quiet, but not really for us, I guess.
Once you get to know him, he gets a person. I mean, his personality.
He likes
outgoing.
teaching. He always liked to teach stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'd always, one of the things is when we were doing something or putting something together, or either fixing or building, or just watching him fix the car, I'd hold the flashlight, or, whatever we were doing, he always taught me how to build something, how to do something. So putting together furniture, or whatever it was, and he'd always tell me you have to do every single step, read the instruction, he taught me good things there.
And what about your parents you like and dislike about your parents?
I don't know. I like that they're very caring. I didn't have many issues with my parents to say I disliked something like horrible, but I didn't have any like that kind of issues. Maybe they're a little too helicopter, maybe sometimes.
I don't know if they're helicopter.
Maybe not that. I'm trying to think of a term for it, but they're more.
They sheltered you a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but I don't think I disliked that. Maybe sometimes I felt like we couldn't do stuff, or they were just really trying to make sure that we had a shelter, maybe,
Hey, but it's not. I wouldn't say shelter's a bad thing.
No, I'm saying that. I'm saying
Okay, my parents. How do you get along with each of your parents? I get along, like we always say, we get along with our family really well. What were they like? My mom, she's a lot like me, but you say I'm more like my dad. We look a lot like
Well, I
each
don't
other.
say you're more. I think in some sense you're more like your dad. In some sense, you're your mother's daughter. It's clear.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it depends on, I think, what you're doing or the situation. Certain emotions, certain ways you behave like your father, and there are certain ways you definitely behave like your mom. So.
But my mom, she's very loving, sweet. She was the one. She was a stay-at-home mom, so she was always there to take care of me. And pretty much, I was very, very close to her. Like I couldn't even start kindergarten because I was so close to her. They were like, she needs to go preschool for like half a day, twice a week because she's so close to you. I'm like, oops. But
just think she could do it all day.
But she was yeah. So, but. Yeah, we were very close. And then my dad, he's one of the hardest working men I know. And but when it came to my brother and my after school activities, he was at every single one. I can't think of a time when either one of my parents weren't at one of my activities. So
I always try. For
sure. What do you like and dislike about your parents? Oh, geez. Again, I don't really have any big dislikes.
Not any big dislikes. We didn't have huge issues where you just, ran away or just didn't. You didn't go through a period of spell where you didn't talk to them for a year or two. Some people don't get along with their parents, but you didn't have any huge. Maybe there were certain things.
And one of my likes about my parents, I don't know, just how caring and hardworking they are. So, all right. What were your hurts and disappointments as a child?
I didn't have much, honestly.
I
didn't have huge. I had a pretty good childhood. Maybe looking from being a child, looking outside, I didn't realize what stuff we might have been going through. How much. My parents did a very good job of making sure we were happy and that we didn't see. Because when you're a child, you don't really understand, money or what's going on in the household as long as your parents make it to where you don't see that. So they always worked their hardest to make sure what we saw was, we got things or we got little toys here or there. Maybe we didn't get expensive toys. We got a lot of cheap toys, but we had a lot of toys, little Nerf guns, little things have fun.
And being your
boys,
Christmas, there's the
I think it's easy being boys to get little cheap Christmas toys and stuff like that. You just get little Nerf guns, you get balls, you get. And boys just energy. Maybe girls different, maybe dolls and whatever. But I think it was very simple. I don't think I didn't have many hurts. I think my hurt and disappointments would have been I didn't get what I wanted. Not that I was spoiled or anything, because I didn't always get what I want. But I didn't have huge hurts or disappointments that just ring a bell that says, "Oh, I didn't get this as a child," or my dad didn't do this, or my mom didn't do that. They pretty much made sure I had a good childhood, so I'm very grateful and thankful.
I'm kind of the same way. I don't think I really had any hurts or disappointments. I had a really good childhood. My brother and I both did. We were very lucky.
Maybe wanted more animals. We only had one animal growing up.
Oh,
so
no,
maybe
we had a lot of animals.
Maybe that was our biggest thing. Is we wanted, me and John always wanted dogs. And we finally got one dog. But we would have loved to have multiple, but we didn't have a huge backyard, and we wanted to make sure our dog had enough room for herself. So.
Okay. What were your hobbies and favorite games?
Hobbies. Played with friends. We rode bikes. We had a field behind my house. We'd play in the field. Games. Besides playing outside games like tag and hide and seek stuff, we played video games growing up. I always loved video games. Nintendo. Regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo, what we grew up playing. I guess that would be it, really, as a kid, right? As a kid, or is that just now? What were your? Yeah, I think that. Basically, riding bikes, hanging out in the neighborhood, and rollerblading, and playing video games, and Nickelodeon.
My hobbies and favorite games were, let's see, I love my baby dolls. I loved my Barbies. I had a little kitchen place at Fisher Price. I played with that. very mommy-ish. I really haven't changed that much. Let's see, I love my micro machines. My brother actually, well, they were my brother's, but I love the micro machines, the little tiny ones. I think they were my brother's at first, and then
action figures.
I took them over, and then I make little towns with them. If someone touched them, I would get really mad. And I love my little people, little people, the little ones, not the big fat ones anymore. I guess the little ones were choking hazards, but.
The little people.
Yeah, I would make a little community out of those. I had like, oh my gosh, McDonald's. I had a school. I had like 2 or 3 houses. I had a swimming pool. I already had like everything. So yeah, those are my. Those aren't really. We're talking about hobbies and favorite games, but let's see.
Yeah.
What's that?
Candyland.
Candyland.
Not Candy Crush.
Sorry. We have a little family.
Yeah, Monopoly and stuff like that. Game of Life.
We had Life. I love Life. Well, my grandmother and I had a little joke about Sorry. I don't know if you ever saw, was it Mama's Family? I don't remember, where she wore the wig and glasses, and she would come in and she'd be like, sorry, and ring a bell. Yeah. I did that to my granddad and my cousin, my grandmother once, and my grandma thought that was hilarious.
All right.
Okay, how do you usually get into trouble? How did you usually get in trouble?
I would be me and John would be loud, and I guess I would get really loud. My brother, I would get really loud, I guess, and we'd cut up and get in trouble that way. We'd fight and yell at each other. We'd play video games and we'd get mad at something. I died, or he would beat me because he was older, 3 years, so he understood the games a little bit better when I was younger, how to play them. So he would win when we. Back when I was a little bit younger and he was in middle school, I would still be a little younger. So he'd beat me and I'd get mad or throw this computer.
My brother would
throw the remote at the screen.
He would scream at,
Yes,
yeah. Sounds exactly like my brother.
I'd get in trouble just by doing that, or fighting, wrestling, just getting in trouble like that, cutting up.
Ways I got in trouble? I hardly ever got in trouble. I was a little princess. I was. I hardly ever did get in trouble. Let's see. I'd probably get in trouble, like, my mom would say or do something I didn't like. I remember one time I was standing in the kitchen and my shoe, I didn't know I was going to do this, but I flipped my shoe off my foot and it went flying by my mom's head. Yeah.
Well, you got backlash from your brother too.
Huh?
Right in the face.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to tell that story. But I didn't really do anything to get in trouble. I was actually a really good girl until I was
quiet.
older.
She was
very shy.
Really quiet and shy.
How did you usually try to get out of trouble? Again, I never got in trouble. But then I'd just be like, oh, Mommy, I love you. Daddy, I love you.
Yeah, I guess just cry. I mean, as a kid, you just cry and say, I'm sorry, and then try to get your mom like, oh.
What about your dad?
I'd run to my mom. If he wasn't there, I'd be trying to go to my room.
Your mom was never like, oh, wait till your dad gets home?
Maybe. I'm sure if I was in real trouble, she'd probably like, wait till your dad gets home. Or she'd get me in trouble too. She'd tell me to go sit in the room. Maybe she wouldn't be she'd wait for him to be a unified front, but I think really I would just try to get on her good side.
What did you enjoy about school activities?
Activities? Not actual classes. I don't know. I did enjoy our elementary school had to put on a really good Halloween. When Halloween came, the whole school we had like games and stuff, and the library was turned into a little haunted house, mini haunted house. That's why I really loved haunted house, was because of Club Hill. They turned the library. It was always fun. I love that. Olympic Day at school was always fun. I wasn't in any sports that wise, but I had fun doing extracurricular activities that day.
My activities, we had fun and run in elementary. I'm trying to think any other activities we did. I guess we'd have little Halloween activities, but I can't remember.
Little things. Like it's during the year, like Olympic Day was. Every year I looked forward to that. That was
fun and run until I learned I was slow in 4th grade. I was fast until 4th grade.
Slow and fun.
Trying to think, not until junior high did I get into sports.
Yeah, because I didn't really do sports in elementary.
Cheerleading, but that wasn't in school, so. No. Okay. What pet did you have, and which were your favorites, and why? Oh.
I had one pet. Her name was Lacey. She was my favorite. She was a Sheltie Shepherd mix. She's a medium size. She kind of looked like a mini golden retriever, honestly. People looked at her, she looked like a tiny golden.
She does. She did. I see her. Yeah.
She had a stripe going down her line that you could tell she was Sheltie. But when she got older, the black line that Shelties have, it went away. All of it went all the way down to her tail, and it kind of always missed like that, and I missed it when she grew up. But yeah, I always loved Lacey, taking her on walks and everything.
Okay, mine would be, what pet did you have? Oh my goodness.
She's a dog,
I
by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that.
I had fish, but they all died.
She killed them.
It was so sad when I saw them belly up. Okay, let's see. I had cats-wise, we had Kilo, Nene, Dot, Toby.
They had fun.
Angel. No, they weren't all there at the same time.
No,
Well,
they weren't. Well, some, but not. Maybe the cats, some of them.
Yeah, I mean, we had
Kilo,
like 3
Toby,
or 4.
but then they would get 2, maybe get
3.
a third, then the other one would go, and then they'd get it. Not in a bad way, but I mean.
I'm trying to think whatever cats that I had. Did I have any other cats? And then we had a lot when we moved out to the kind of semi-country, a lot of wild ones. And dogs, I had Daphne and Pebbles. Oh, did I miss it? Snippety. I was thinking because she was there later.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's true. Not growing up, you didn't have.
Well, she did in 8th grade.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
trying to think, I hope I didn't miss any. I love all my babies, and then now I have a lot of babies. Okay, we're trying to go faster now.
Yes.
Which were your favorites and why? I couldn't pick a favorite because I love them all.
Yeah, she refuses.
What
I know her favorite right now.
What? You don't know what's done there. And besides, I love all my animals.
Yeah, I see them.
Okay. What did you dream about doing when you were older?
Ooh, I don't know. I think sometimes I dreamed about being a doctor, helping people. I'm trying to think of what else. I always envision that sometimes, and I actually like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I know doctor, and I really don't really know. I guess everyone wants to be a famous music star,
I never really did.
or
I do
famous
now.
like sports star. I always want to be like a famous sports player or something. You know, it was
You should
yeah,
be a
I could be
gymnast.
gymnast, or wish I could be famous as football or soccer or basketball or something. Baseball.
Let's see. When I was really little, I wanted to be, I think, a doctor, teacher. I definitely wanted to be a teacher, and I ended up kind of being a preschool teacher. Let's see. When I was little, though, I think you go to like veterinarian and stuff. When I got old, no, I want to be not astronaut. I always want to be a teacher because like my mom's a teacher, my aunt's a teacher, and then now my sister-in-law's a teacher, my cousin's a teacher.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's see. But when I got older, I wanted to be like a psychiatrist and
Your
stuff like
mother-in-law's
that.
a teacher.
My mother-in-law's a teacher. But when I was younger, I was mostly just a teacher. Let's see. Did you like yourself as a child? Explain.
I guess I did. I don't see anything, wrong. I think I liked myself as a child. Maybe I wish I was taller.
Oh, I think it's cute that you're short.
If I wish I was a little taller, maybe.
You're taller than me.
Other than that, maybe different kind of hair. My hair is really thin sometimes, so. But other than that, no.
Let's see. What was it? Oh, did I like myself? Yeah, I did. I was really shy, but I didn't.
No.
I liked myself. Did you like yourself as a teenager?
I don't know. I guess, does anyone really like themselves as a teenager? When you look back at your teenage years, you kind of you go through all that. You have so many emotions and hormones going being a teenager, so it's like you kind of hate. I mean, you don't hate yourself, but you kind of wish you were always someone else, maybe as a teenager. Maybe not everyone, but sometimes you looked at that other person and say, "Oh, look at the popular girl, look at the popular boy," whatever it was. Or, maybe sometimes you could wish, "Oh, I wasn't the quarterback of the football team," but then you think, and then later on you're like, "Nah, I don't want to play football." At least me. I'm into football much more than I am now, but back then I just really wasn't. I didn't care to play it.
I don't know. I liked myself. There's a couple of times you get upset. You're like, oh, I don't have a boyfriend or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
But then you look at all the girls that always have a boyfriend. But
Yeah.
then that's not always good. So I don't know. I liked myself.
I think sometimes
I never
I think
hated
as a
myself.
teenager it was easy to want to be in someone else's shoes.
Yeah. Well, something you
But
still do.
well, maybe. But I think it was easier as a teenager. You look, everything's so important as a teenager. Everything's life changing. So
Yeah.
you kind of get caught up in.
I was happy with
everything
myself for the most
superficial.
part. Yeah, okay, I did get. Yeah, okay, yeah, I liked myself. Okay, what were your talents and special abilities?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
Talents, special abilities. It's like
Good child.
getting into trouble.
That's what I have to look for.
Getting
to
out of
have
trouble.
kids.
Getting out of trouble too.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories.
talents and abilities. I don't know. I always thought I was a pretty good runner as a kid. I'm not bad now. I just, after I got in like high school and stuff, I didn't hate running. But as a kid, I was pretty good. I thought I was pretty fast. I loved outdoors, so I loved outdoor stuff. Running. I mean, I guess you could say something like that. That special abilities. I love being. I could do stuff like that, and climbing and tree. I was very outdoorsy as a child. I loved doing all that stuff. So yeah.
Me, I don't think I ever was extremely great at anything. I mean, I was good at like several things, or decent. Like, let's see, I was in gymnastics, and I was did some cheerleading, basketball, track, which you know how I can't run. Let's see what else. And then we got band and older.
When you put your mind to it, you're good at all that.
I'm trying to think. What I did piano for a while. Trying to think, did I miss anything?
I guess I didn't do that. I guess if you count band in middle school, if you count, I don't know how old I want to say, but I did band.
I'm trying to think. I mean,
Tennis,
I had a lot of
sports.
activities.
I love playing soccer, baseball, and tennis. I guess you could say I did do all that.
Basketball. Oh, I did some tennis. Okay. What awards and achievements? Yeah, sounds yummy.
Yeah.
I guess I'm hungry. Achievements did you win?
Awards and achievements. Perfect attendance.
Oh.
Yeah, I was that one kid who going, yep.
Your
Because
mom
my mom
made you.
and my dad always made us go, unless I was throwing up or coughed up a lung. Pretty much we went to school. And I was that kid that always tried to like put the thermometer under the water and look, I'm having a fever. No, we're going to school. I have like a, 115.
Like you put it in the light, the thermometer in the light.
The light? No.
The light bulb.
Oh, I didn't do that. I tried putting it in hot water, which then makes your temperature like 115.
Oh, you're dead.
Dead. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's see. My awards and achievements. I remember my kindergarten year. The coach gave me most athletic or something like that.
I got A, B, or honor roll. That was about it.
I got like
in elementary school. After that, it was kind of a.
Let's see. I got
A, B's, and C's.
I guess I always made A's and B's. Let's C's. I mean, not C's. I get in trouble if I got C's. And in college, I made C's. I
made C's starting in middle school.
I'm just saying, got like when you're really good, they give you like an award for being
good.
Yeah,
she got the good or two shoes award.
Kid. No, they picked the kid like who was doing really well in their class, and they were.
We left out of everything.
I can't think
it was really super
nice.
nice.
For a second.
You know the girl that just sat there and no one really paid attention to her? I'm joking.
No, let's see. I can't remember what it's called.
We'll come back to it.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm not done yet. And when I got older, I think, like in college, I was on the president's and dean's list. Okay. Because I made all A's. Did you have a nickname?
Not really. Just David. I didn't have huge. I'm trying to think if I ever had a nickname that I went by. I just really went by David, pretty much.
My mom called me Sillums. She called me that before she knew when she was pregnant with me. She thought, and I think that's when she started. I know she called me Sillums when I was a baby because she said I was silly, and my dad called me Princess.
Yes.
And then I had some friends call me Messy Megan because I was sometimes messy.
Sometimes.
Who were your close friends? Where are they today?
Back then, my close friends, let's see, in elementary would have been Paul Wilkes. I don't know where he is now. I don't know. Once out of middle school, he went to a different school for middle school and high school. And my other close friend in elementary school is Chase Jackman, who I still have him on Facebook and friends. Knew him from middle school, elementary, and high school. I'm not sure where he is now. I think he's in a different state. I have to check.
Okay, for me, let's see, my very, very first friend was Shay Hogel, and she was actually she didn't live very far away from me, like 30 to 45 minutes, and she was our maid of honor in our wedding. Then there was Chrissy Greenwald, was one of my other best friends. She was in my dance class when I was like 3. And then she moved off to Washington. We're friends on Facebook. And, I don't know if I should be putting people's last names on there. That's fine. And then let's see. And there was Kimberly. She went to Red River with me a lot. And,
Are you gone past elementary? You just stay in elementary?
That was elementary.
Oh, Kimberly, yeah.
I guess we'll just stop in elementary.
I think that's what they really want as a child.
Okay, and Kimberly is actually out of the country right now because military. Describe the area where you grew up, people and neighborhood.
Describe the area where you grew up, people, neighborhoods. I think I grew up in I like my neighborhood. We had a couple of streets. It felt like you were in. I guess for me, what I feel like a neighborhood is, I guess defined by that. We had like a street, and it would go down, and you had another two streets, and it went down again, kind of like a ovalish kind of way.
What about people?
And it's cul-de-sac. People, I think, were pretty nice people. Luckily, when we were kids, it was a neighborhood that had kids growing up, so we all had kids.
Okay, mine was people they were mostly, if they were kids, they were boys. There were only like 2 girls, and they were a little older than me, so I didn't have a lot of kids on
We had a mix.
in my age. There were girls. There really only like 1 boy was the same age as me. And the neighborhood, it was a nice neighborhood. People kind of looked to live there when it lived in my town, but I lived in a really small town.
Okay.
Next is, what was your spiritual life like as a child and as an adolescent?
I went to church as a child and adolescent. I mean, we went to church every Sunday when I was a kid. I guess as a kid, you don't maybe fully understand yet anything spiritual. You just hear what you hear from your parents, and okay, this is what what your parents teach you in Sunday school, and what you do is Sunday school in class, what they teach you, and you read. But yeah, I think we were spiritual. We went to church, both adolescent and.
Me, I personally believe when I was little, I asked my dad, I was like 3, and I asked my dad, I said, when we were driving the car, I said, asked him about being, I guess, like, he started telling me about Jesus and dying on the cross and everything. So that's when I believe I kind of started believing into Jesus. And then I was in 4th grade is when I found out you had to be saved I think it was either Wednesday night church or vacation Bible school.
Yeah.
And then when I was in 8th grade, I became baptized. So, okay. Who are the Christians in your family?
Who were the Christians?
Yes.
I guess basically everyone that I knew. That if you're counting immediate family, and maybe the people right outside my immediate family, the cousins that maybe you hung out with the most growing up. Because we have a big family. I never hung out with everyone. I didn't know everyone as a kid, but people that I knew were all
the same as me. Like, I guess when you're a little kid, you're not asking, "Are you a Christian? Are you a Christian?"
Yeah.
I think the majority of my family and friends were Christians. I can't think. I mean, we didn't really talk about it, unfortunately. But I mean, like I say, you don't really go around and ask people. No. I think you just kind of assume everybody's just like you. So, what were you afraid of? Do you have any of those fears today?
Really, as a child, I think you're more like afraid of the dark, or afraid of school. People going to school and stuff like that. I think the fears are different. I don't think I have the same fears as I used to.
You're
as a
scared
child.
of the dark. You're still scared of the dark.
Yeah, I'm scared of the dark.
Yes, you are.
But no, I think all the your fears kind of evolve, so they're different. I mean,
my fears. I had a dream that my mom's closet and my dad's closet had a big warring fire. So I was scared of fire, and then ultimately our house burned down. So I'm still kind of scared of fire. I'm OCD that everything's. I'm OCD that everything's turned off so it doesn't catch fire. Let's see. Other things I guess like tornadoes and stuff. I'm still scared of those. I'm kind of scared. I wasn't really scared of ghosts as a child, but I was kind of. I don't even know if I was really scared of the dark. Maybe a little bit. I'm scared of the dark now. Okay.
Next.
How did you get along with your brothers and sisters? If you had none, which relatives were you close to?
I got along with my brother pretty well. We always had our squabbles as 2 boys growing up would, we had our fights and disagreements, but we never had huge issues, so we got along pretty well.
My brother and I, he is 4 years older than me, so we were never like, I won't say, we were close, but we were never like best buds, you know. I think him being older than me, he would watch out for me being his little sister. We were never in the same school together, and his, his friends, you know, I think probably thought I was always kind of just following them around. They used to let me make videos and movies, and I got to be in one movie. But I mean, we were, you know, we got along with each other, but we were never.
He looked after you since he was 4 years older, so he looked after his sister. But y'all weren't. Yeah, like you said, you weren't.
Yeah, I still love him. We're close now too. You know, I'm close to him and his wife. And they were both in our wedding, and his daughter was our flower girl and our son. So, what parts of your childhood would you like to relive, and why?
Most of it, all of it. I guess I had a really good childhood. I don't have too many complaints. I guess I wouldn't mind going back and honestly just going back to 5 years old and reliving it all over again until I got to like what. I don't care. I'll just relive it all over again.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I mean, I love my childhood. I don't know if I want to relive it. Maybe like one day out of like every month. I don't really want to go through school again. Yeah,
but then I guess looking back at it now, I enjoy it. You know, obviously as a kid you're like, oh, in school, but then you look back at all your memories and I'm like, I really did have fun at school. I really did have fun at school. Maybe at the time
What I really want to relive is going back to Red River because I haven't been there in a long time.
Do that.
And what do you remember from your first day of school?
First day of school, nothing.
Really? Well, I really don't either.
Well, I mean, first day of school.
I do remember something. I remember my mom took me to...
My mom probably remembers.
My mom dropped me off, or she took me to the door of my kindergarten class, and the teacher told my mom she couldn't go any further. And I think my mom said I was okay. I don't remember if I cried or not, but she said she left and started crying. Okay, so now we're going to stop the video here because it's already like 32 minutes, and we're going to try to go a little bit faster in the next round. So see you in the next video. Right.